Hi everyone, Janie here, and yesterday I made a card and I just wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, so I didn't record it, but it turned out so awesome that I have to share it with you. So even though I'm not going to be doing like a tutorial, you're not going to watch me make it, I am going to show you the card and I'm going to show you everything that I did and what I used to do it with, and I will have links below in the description box to everything that I can find links to. So first I'm going to show you the card, and this is a gatefold card, and normally gatefold cards are vertical or portrait direction, but this one is horizontal or landscape direction, and I just thought it was going to be fun to do, especially because of these doors right here. So I made a belly band for it out of acetate, and I'll show you that in a minute, okay? And put Merry Christmas on it, and on the back there are Christmas trees where it hooked together right there. So let's start by removing the belly band. And there we go. And so as you can see, it's clear. We've got the Merry Christmas and we've got the trees, and both are done with Close to My Heart glitter paper. Again, I'll be showing you all of that here in a minute. And then here it is, and the doors open, and there is a Christmas scene with a Christmas sentiment, and it just turned out so much better than I thought it was. I was just, playing around and wanting to see what it was going to be like, and I absolutely love it. Okay, now I'm going to tell you how I made this. Okay, even though I'm not doing a tutorial, I want to show how I made the base for anyone that is new to making gatefold cards. So I used craft cardstock for this, and this is actually, I'll bring this back over. This is a half a sheet. So as you can see, I just cut it in half. And that makes it 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches. And so here's the deal. It's going to end up being half of 11. I should get that up higher so you can see that. Hold on one second. I'm just going to raise this up just a little bit, and you're going to see all the other things sitting on my desk. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so half of 11 is 5 1/2. So this card is going to be 5 1/2 inches across. Half of 5 1/2 is 2 3/4. So I'm going to score it at 2 3/4. And then I'm going to turn it around and score it at 2 3/4, like so. And that is how you get the gatefold. You just fold it in like so. And I'm not sure if I got this perfect or not, but there you go. There is how to make a gatefold card. Now, wasn't that super easy? Okay, now let's move on. Okay, so let's start with the front of the card. And I just love these wooden doors. Look at the handles. I cut those out of foil cardstock. The same thing with the hinges. And just look. I just love the way that this looks. It is so cool. And that was done with this Kokorosa wooden door die set. So it has the die, and it leaves the little impressions in there. Let me see if I can get a close-up so that you can see that. So it actually looks like wooden doors, and it comes with the little hinges, the little door handle, and a little piece that holds it. So there's the piece that holds it and the door handle right there, and those pieces that go across there. It comes with everything, and whether you're doing it for a single door or a double door like I did, I just think that is a fabulous die set. I love it. So that is how I created the doors. And I used, let me pull this over here. I used this foil cardstock from Michaels. It's Recollections. And I've had people ask me before, why is my foil cardstock curved? I'm going to show you why. Because I put all of my scraps in the back. And because of that, it pulls the plastic because there's not enough room for it. So it just kind of does that, and that's my fault, but I like to keep all of my foil cardstock together. So that is what I used for that. And for those pieces that go across, literally they were scraps out of my little scrap bags. I have no idea what paper they are, where they came from, but it is a metallic look, kind of a dark black silver metallic look. It's really cool. Don't know where. Okay, let's move on because now we have these wreaths. And where did the wreaths come from? And I love this. The color changed while I was looking at this on my screen, but we'll just deal with that because those bows are red, the wreaths are green, and what I used, oh, let me see if I can reach over here and grab it. Those wreaths actually came from this die set right here. And that one is called, let me see here, it's from InLoveArts, and it's Santa Claus driving a car full of presents, cutting dies. Yes, a mouthful, but I love the wreath, and that is what I used to make the wreath on the door. Okay, so continuing with the front, all of these little things that look like little studs or rivets or not sure. I know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, all of those, I did that with liquid pearls. And the only color that I had that was close, and actually I grabbed the wrong one. This one is rose gold. That's not the one I used. The one I used was, I think it was called hot cocoa. I don't know why I grabbed the wrong one, but it was liquid pearls that I did that with. Okay. Are we ready to open up and go look at the inside? Okay, here we go. And you've already seen that. Okay, so the paper that I used, again, it is old paper, and so I really can't direct you to that particular paper, but that's okay. There's all kinds of, papers that we all have that we can use for something like that if you wanted to do this. Okay, so this stamp and that stamp both came from the same stamp set. Let me grab it. It is from Stampendous, and it is called Kiddo Toyland. Let me see if I can get that up there for you. Okay, and I saw one of them on Amazon. There are some on eBay. This is really an old set, but I think if you Googled it or looked on eBay or something, you will find this set, and it is awesome. So I used this and this, and I stamped this part, the words, using Distress Oxide in Forest Moss, and then heat embossed it with the embossing powder in clear. This is also from Ranger. And then I stamped this little scene down here using Distress Oxide in Black Soot, and again I heat embossed it with the Ranger embossing powder in clear. And I like doing that because if you stamp it in color, had I just done this in black and heat embossed it in black, I could have had black speckles all over the place. So I really like to doing the clear over the color. And I was tempted to just leave it with the just the outline and not color it. And that was part of the reason I wasn't sure how this was going to turn out. But I did end up coloring it. And let me grab that really quick here. I've got everything all over the place. I colored that using my Ohuhu colored pencils, and this is a really nice set, and it comes with 2 rows of colors. So pretty much I have almost every color I can imagine, and so that's what I did most of the coloring with. But let me reach across there again. I also did a little accents with some jelly roll pins. So I used kind of the gold and red and did a couple of accents. For example, that star was done in the gold. And that takes care of that section. Now we're going to go over here to those presents. And those presents are from a die set that no longer exists, so I'm not even going to show it to you. Sorry about that. But I did use Close to My Heart glitter paper. And let me grab that really quick. Okay. I used, and again, this is a gorgeous red. It is not orange, and I'm really sorry that it's not coming across right. But this is scarlet, and it is a scarlet red. And let's see if this will come across as green. Not so much, but kind of. But this is evergreen. And then, of course, I used white, but not on those. But I'm going to go ahead and show it to you now because white is what I used to do the Merry Christmas. And the green, of course, I used for the trees, as well as using it for the little presents. And I don't know if you can see it, if it will focus, but the background on the presents are, let me grab it here. So these are from Paper Temptress, and this one is called Silver Laser Luster, and this one is White Pearl Linen. And I love those papers, and no, they're not the star, they barely show through, but they're really beautiful, and so I just wanted to point out that that is what I used there. So let's see, what else is there? Okay, we covered the stamping, the coloring, the presents. By the way, I like using Close to My Heart glitter paper because it does not come off, but it feels like glitter and it looks like glitter, but it does not come off. The stuff is fabulous. I will have a link below to that in the description box, of course. So we've covered the inside. We covered what was used for making the doors. So now I think we're going to cover what was used for making the belly band. So let me put the belly band back on. Oh wait, before I put that belly band back on, I forgot to show you something else. So I used Distress ink in Gathered Twigs, and I just inked around the edges on all four edges of both doors just to give it a more natural wood look, and I just really like how it turned out. Okay, now I'll put that belly band on. Okay, there we go. Now let me tell you how I made the belly band. So first of all, I used some Duralar, and my little pieces are coming out here. I have scraps in there. But I used Duralar, which is an acetate alternative, and this is the size that I use, and it's just sheets of clear acetate or clear acetate alternative. And as you can see, this is pretty thin, which made it perfect for making the belly band. And because those sheets are 12 inches long, it was perfect because I needed 12 inches to go all the way around and overlap in the back. So I cut a piece that was 12 inches by about 1.5 inches, big enough so that the words fit on here, especially with the Y hanging down like that. And you know, you can make a belly band any size you want, but I made it to fit that. And then after I actually didn't put this on first. So the belly band part, you know, I wrapped around in the back, overlapped it, and glued it together with my Beacon 3-in-1 glue, which I use for everything and absolutely love and trust, and glued that together. And then over the top of it, I put these Christmas trees that I cut out of that Close to My Heart glitter paper. And this die set is the InLoveArts Pine Tree Christmas cutting dies, and you've seen me use this in other videos, and it comes with a smaller tree as well. So there's a small, a medium, and a large, and I really love that set. And for the front, for the Merry Christmas, I cut that out of the white glitter paper, and I use the Sizzix Thinlits Holiday Words cutting dies, and they have a lot of words on here, but they have Christmas and they have Merry, and that's what I used on the front. So And if you're wondering how I attach those, I do something that nobody else does, really. I use spray adhesive, so I just sprayed the back and then put it on there, but I didn't put it on there until after this was made so that I made sure I got the words right where I wanted them. But there you go. So that's how I made the belly band, and I've told you how I made the card, and we looked at it inside and out, and I love, love, love this card. I love how it turned out, and I hope you did too. I'd love to know your thoughts, so please leave me a comment down there, okay? I would really appreciate it. And also, don't forget, I'm going to have links to pretty much almost everything down there, as well as some discount codes for you. So, awesome. Thank you for stopping by, and happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.